It's important. The Labor Party had their had one of their meetings or whatever, or conferences, or one of those dumb shits, right? People before privilege. That was their tagline this year, by the way, just so you can see your people before privilege. And I think you want to see some quick little highlights from what's going on with the Labor Party. Okay, let's check it out.
I'm a failure.
Comrades.
Comrades. Comrades. Comrades. Comrades. Comrades. Comrades.
Comrades. Comrades.
Comrades. And comrades. 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 Comrades.
Common ownership of the production, distribution and exchange of knowledge itself.
So the Communist Party. So the Communist
No,
Party.
but that's like, again, that is the definite, like, but we joke and stuff and call them commies, but that's the definition of communism.
Yeah, I don't like anybody that uses the word comrade, and they
Yeah.
do that. The Antifa,
They do it on
that shit, too.
purpose.
It's really gross. It's like, dude, you're basically,
If you're Russian, it's okay.
But I don't understand. You're the people screaming about Russia. You're the ones screaming about, collusion. You're the ones that want to take that. But you're the ones that want to bring Soviet era shit to this country. Call each other comrade. But call everybody you disagree with is a Nazi. Every fat fucking Mexican 3%er is some kind of neo-Nazi white supremacist. But you're allowed to use words like comrade?
Yes.
Because we often hear about the value created by innovation or investment, but rarely that created by the labour of workers.
LGBT plus community, LGBT plus young people.
Incorrectly lists the protected characteristics in the Equality Act.
In case you were curious, this is 16 minutes of this.
Neither sex nor gender reassignment are listed. Gender is used as a substitute for both, but as the toxic Gender Recognition Act debate has told us, both sides are saying that sex and gender are not the same thing. Everyone agrees on that.
No, they don't. I don't agree on that. Everyone, you love when people say, I love when people make sweeping statements. Everybody agrees.
Nobody agrees.
Nobody agrees with you.
In fact, the minority agree with you.
Yeah.
That's it. The majority does not. You wouldn't need to keep making special interest rules if people agreed with you. If you had even close to a majority. It's unbelievable to me.
I'm sent here by my CLP to represent our Black, Asian, minority ethnic members. For Black, Asian and minority adults.
Why does a person representing the Black, Asian, and minority people have such a very strong nose?
Exactly.
It's weird, right? Very strong nose on her.
She's got a certain kind of a profile.
Maybe she's Italian.
She's got a real Janine Garofalo look to her.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. A real Jerry Stiller.
A real Jerry Stiller.
She's got a real Jerry...
A real Mira Stiller.
Right.
Black, Asian, minority ethnic children. An inclusive and equitable national education service requires an ambitious and overarching plan for Black, Asian and minority ethnic students, staff, including migrant children, adult learners and refugees. This is crucial.
No, everybody. Just whatever. Just fucking everybody. Who cares? Dogs too, cats.
Do what I want now! That's what it's becoming.
Crucial
Just
in a
do what
time
I
of
want.
rising racism.
And then they scream and screech if you don't. That's all this is.
As part of the review, an expert panel will consider how climate change and its impact are taught from primary school onwards. This is in paragraph 3, page 33, under curriculum. Teaching about climate change is vital and will have increasing significance. Reforming the curriculum should take account of this. However, the current debate around Brexit has exposed dangerous divisions in how we understand migration, including climate migration, climate refugees, belonging, and empire, and how these issues affect us all. They all need to be taught as part of a broader project of decolonising and diversifying a curriculum that is part of...
Okay, but if you're going to first off, decolonizing isn't a thing, right? That's a made-up word, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't uncolonize something.
No.
Like, you can't unrape somebody.
You can't uncolonize Indonesia. Even if you, the French don't run it anymore. Indonesia's better off than other places because of the French cultural influence.
That's
because
correct.
of the British cultural influence. Like, there's no... You can't.
Hong
take that
Kong is
away.
better off.
You can't take that away. India is better off. Believe it or not, India.
It is,
India
yeah.
would be fucking even worse if the Brits didn't go over there and at least teach them some things. And I get it. They taught them a lot of things, and the whole like sewage toilet thing didn't stick. Fine, whatever. But a couple other things did.
Who needs a toilet when there's a street?
It's true. It's very true.
It's true. Oh, a new one. Look at that killer's row there, by the way, in the audience.
And do they not all? They all look like school shooters.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like they keep talking about white neo-Nazi terrorists, but like the little skinny bugmen that shoot up schools, they all go to DSA type meetings.
Yep.
Tom Barringer, Tottenham CLP, he, him pronouns. What
He, him pronouns, by the way, in case you're
Nobody
curious.
cares.
if we went into the next general election when saying, with Labour in power, we will abolish Eton? To change the title of our motion.
This guy on drugs?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I was going to
He's
say
all over the place.
Adderall, right? I think he's on a lot of Adderalls. What it seems like to me.
He might be. He's a little scatterbrained to be on Adderall. Well, no, you know what? He could. Honestly, could be one of those people that abuses Adderall but doesn't have ADHD, because that will make you just like, oh yes, oh, I've discovered something. You're like, all right, calm down, wacky scientist character. Like, if you have ADD and you're on too much Adderall, you're just a little riled up. This guy seems like he's taking it and doesn't need it.
Well, let's check out British Dave Franco.
Socialist Green New Deal. That was the
Dave
title.
Franco.
Agreed.
Yeah,
It's
not
James.
James.
It's
Dave.
Dave
It's Dave
Franco.
Franco.
That was the title that was agreed on while Harry Donaldson was in the room. We would like to change the title to Labour's Socialist Green New Deal. So
itself,
reorder
thank you,
and the name.
delegates.
Thank you.
But this country is only what it is because of centuries of immigration and the cultural enrichment that people come into this country have brought.
No. Well, yeah, now because it's a shithole. But when you're talking about like the UK and when it was when I was a kid, man. When you would think about England or the UK, what would you think? White people going, oh, pip, 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 cheerio. What day is it, good sir? It's Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
Well, I don't think it's Christmas every day in England.
It is.
It's just. It
Used to be. It used to be. Now it's
your
Ramadan.
only point of reference for England is
I have 2 points of reference.
just Charles Dickens stuff.
Okay, so that's one. All right. And the other thing is anything I saw on Doctor Who.
Okay. See, I base all my knowledge of English people on Austin Powers,
Oh, that's weird because he wasn't even in English. He was a Canadian guy playing an English person.
but I just whatever.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-da.
He had the British flag for a car.
All right, it's fair.
So-
it's fair. Makes sense.
He's pretty British.
Mike Myers is a colonizer and should be
He
canceled.
should.
Well, to be fair, he's already canceled himself. But.
We should say as a labour movement that migrants must get trade union rates of pay, trade union jobs and trade union membership, and that is the greatest
What?
thing that this movement can offer
What?
to
We
people
need to
who
give
come
Dude, I know
union
it's
jobs
fucked
to
here.
every immigrant.
I know it's fucked here. Don't get me wrong. I understand that it's fucked in the U.S. right now. But holy shit, dude. This is crazy.
No, it's not. It's
So, migrant refugees from Africa should just what? You're an electrician now? Welcome to the union? So many burned down houses.
It's unbelievable to me that union jobs. Everyone that comes off a boat, immediate union job.
Right away?
We won't go bankrupt.
No.
country. If we let Boris Johnson and Nigel Farage pretend to the people of the Rhondda and Sunderland and Scotland and parts of England that he in some way is an anti-politician who is on the side of the working man and woman, it will be the biggest disaster ever. Conference.
They think that they can win votes with dog whistle racism, led by Boris Johnson, a man who described veiled Muslim women as letterboxes or...
What's so funny is these people are losing their minds because they in order for their horse shit to work, they have to act outraged at really funny, truthful statements.
Is he
that
wrong?
just-
He's not wrong.
How dare you? What they do though.
They do.
So they have to deny reality in order to push their bullshit.
bank robbers. And he has yet to apologise for this.
Good.
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 We are on the verge of a general election. And I believe that under Jeremy's leadership, with the policies that we're revealing this week and your commitment, we will win.
Look at these winners. Speaking of winners, look at these winners.
There's nobody in that room I'd ever want to hang out with.
No, of course not.
Say what you want about CPAC. I can't stand those people either. But there's some people in that crowd you can go party with.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's just nobody.
You go drinking with the Fox News people,
yeah,
too.
you wouldn't want to go party with any of these losers.
For a long time, we've not had an open debate in the Labour Party about immigration. We've avoided it, feeling it's too difficult.
That's all you've been talking about.
It would be great, though, if this broke-ass Renee Zellweger clone just went totally based on him. We're not even debating it, and it's like, we cannot just let these people in here and give them free electrician jobs. And they're like, boo!
Boo!
This woman gets deported.
Too divisive. But we can't keep ignoring it or avoiding it. The EU referendum was fought by our opponents on the issue of immigration, taking back control of borders and ending free movement. The Brexit debate has exposed the fragility of our current immigration system and the need for a Labour Party that makes a positive case for immigration.
Fuck you. You had a positive. You had your little. Oh my God! Look at this fucking winner. Look at this fucking winner.
One species, all working together. No borders, no discrimination. Everybody working. If you've seen Star Trek, then you might.
Okay, I'm not. Can I?
Why don't we just throw old cartoons up instead? We should want old cartoons. Some Looney Tunes, maybe.
I'm mad.
Why? Because point of reference is Star Trek, and I joked about that yesterday.
You know what else Star Trek had?
What's that, Mike?
War, conflict, not
You know-
letting people in based on different. They had different races and.
Yeah. Oh, and not only that, every time Picard had to win, he had to break the Federation's communist rules. He always had to break them. He couldn't. He didn't go along with them. Shut up. All right, let's check. Finish it.
This guy's the worst.
If you've seen Star Trek, then you might appreciate that metaphor.
I just wanted to get up and speak and show my solidarity with all the...
But not put makeup on or anything.
We're not run a brush through my hair.
I'm not going to try or anything.
This person looks homeless.
She looks like she just finished a pickup basketball game and then decided, I'm going to just go talk at Labor today.
I'm just going to throw on a sports bra and just get up there.
And just do it.
Talk.
Knock it out of the park.
The different women we've had speaking today.
I'm asked on a daily basis the innocent question.
Why is the
Where
kid
are
from
you
Stranger Things in this?
That's the fucking chick from Orange is the New Black.
Oh, okay. I thought it was mini Troy Polamalu.
It's not mini Troy Polamalu. No, it's not. The 3/4 replica of Troy Polamalu.
Looks like a Funko Pop doll
Yes.
of Troy Polamalu.
My first honest answer is never good enough, and this question will be familiar to many of you. It suggests, despite being born here, I don't look like I belong.
No, you look like the Sphinx.
We need to stop our role in breaking up families and empower these women. We can't be an anti-racist party while vulnerable migrant women suffer in cells.
We need to challenge the patriarchy, and we need to challenge patriarchal structures.
Both.
Patriarchy.
If you're challenging the patriarchy, aren't you also challenging its structures? You're kind of being a little redundant here, aren't you?
Remember when the government used to just balance the budget and go like, which road did we want to do? We want to do the bridge going into New Jersey first this quarter, and then we'll work on the highway connecting to it next quarter.
Well, I'd like to object. Doing the highway first would allow for local businesses to expand a lot quicker, and then we could work on the bridge later. I object.
That used to be government. This is government now. We're not going to be.
And we're better off for it.
Do you understand? We're not. We're going to get to a point where there's such a bottleneck of bullshit issues that we're not going to be able to get. Like, we already don't get anything done. Now we're not going to get anything done.
Chris goes, I didn't know Lisa Lampanelli was in the Labor Party. That's not Lisa Lampanelli.
Is about who holds the power, what they do with that power, and who makes the decisions.
Men, hopefully.
The feminist, Bell Hooks, she says that patriarchy
They're
isn't
even
gendered.
bored, which is amazing.
And we all know women, Margaret Thatcher, Theresa May, but we all know women in our own circles who are not necessarily...
I'm sorry. But none of you are Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah, Margaret Thatcher would spit. It wouldn't even... Actually, you know what? She wouldn't even spit, because the idea of Margaret Thatcher's spit having to touch the fucking same ground as your disgusting feet is beneath her.
None of you are Margaret Thatcher. None of you.
necessarily sympathetic to the issues that women face. We also need positive action to diversify our workforce from the ground up and from the top down.
Okay.
And this is where the trade unions come into play, because we can start tomorrow. We can ask our employers what they are going to do to increase diversity in our workplaces, and then we can apply the pressure to make those changes happen.
Why?
Hold on, but listen to the wording. We can apply the pressure.
But all that aside, all their snide, disgusting mentality and their dirty tactics, right? They can never answer this one question. Why? Why? Why are you doing this? They don't even know why they're doing it.
Of course they don't know. They have no clue.
But doesn't that, like, if you were running a business or a government or even a household, you know what I mean? If it's like somebody said, Royce, we need to let 12 Syrian immigrants, we need to let 12 Somali immigrants come live in this house right now, because we need to be doing more out there. We need to be applying pressure to create the world we want. At no point would you at least go, but why?
No.
Why does this need? How about just not doing it because I don't need to do it?
Correct.
And it's like, there's never a, we need to do this because there's no benefit. There's no, remember when people, in order to bring a presentation to people, government, whatever it was, government, business, you had to go, here we are right now. It's quarter A, right? And now by the time we get to quarter 3, if we bring in all these immigrants, we're going to see this much increase.
Right.
There's never a reason why other than because it's mean not to.
That's all it is.
That's not a wow. Like, there should be a say. Like, there always used to be like, it does this benefit us? If it doesn't, then why would we do it? And we move beyond that now to just, it's not fair. Let them in.
Somebody in the chat goes, why are we even listening to these stupid foreigners? The reason we're playing this, and I've always said it before, I call the UK is basically the Applebee's of Europe, right? It's people say they go to Europe. You went to England. You didn't really go to Europe. You went to England. Fucking shut up. But
you barely need a passport.
Yeah,
to get
come
there.
on. It is a proving ground. Notice shit that they try to do with us here in the States is always something that they've do in the UK first,
Yeah,
right?
they tried it out over there.
It's a certain.
They do their soft rollouts over there.
It's a certain globalist elite. They try their shit in the UK because they're not, they don't have a cumbersome constitution like ours with First and Second Amendment rights. So it's a little easier to do stuff there. And then when they do it there, then they go, well, you see, it's working in England. Look at all the things. Socialized healthcare. That's something that they go, well, England has it and everything's awesome there. They're trying to do the same thing here. Don't you get it? Don't you get it? You can live in your little bubble and pretend, USA, rock, flag, and eagle. I'm with you, man. But to pretend like you shouldn't be worried when you see this happening in England, well, man, you really got another thing coming. You're going to be fucking blindsided by shit if you just think like it'll never happen here.
It is happening here.
Yeah.
We just played the DSA video a couple months ago. It's the same shit.
Yep.
And it's here. That was here. It was right here. There's certain parts of England that are still way more based than fucking parts of America. depending on where you go. You
Oh, yeah.
You go out to the fucking hills in the rural areas of England. They're way more based at the local pub than people in fucking San Francisco.
Yeah.
We're already losing this country. Like, we're losing. We're going to lose this country. And everybody's like, nah, man, not in America. Yeah, man. We got the Constitution. Our Constitution's never going to get eradicated like literally every other Constitution in history.
To the rights of Kashmiris to self-determine their own future is egregious. I mean, I'll be arguing in the NPF report to establish an independent international commission to investigate the actual abuse of the Indian forces on Kashmiris who only want to live in freedom, with justice, and for them to determine their future. And as we've seen today, Modi, having spent time yesterday with Donald Trump, just tells everything you want to know about.
Calm down. Slow down.
Yeah, and again, why are we? They're literally invoking a. They're talking about. Why are you guys talking? If we're not allowed to talk about your stupid politics, why you guys bring up our president all the time? It's weird, right?
Did you hear that babbling guy?
And then the Indians, and then they need the right to.
That guy sounded like Lance the rapper. But no, he sounded like you ever see like for instance, if your wife's just been really quiet for like an hour and you can just feel her stewing and you don't know why, and then you make the mistake of going, "What's the matter?"
No, I make the,
literally it's literally like asking a chick like, "Hey, what's the matter?" And then it just everything starts spilling out like all over the place, and you're like,
"Here's how that goes." I'll give you an exact how that goes. What's the matter? Nothing. All right, cool. Beep. PS4 turns on. I just think it's funny, and you're like, I shouldn't have turned the PS4 on.
But then it's like 17 things, and
Of course.
they keep going back to them and going all over the place, and it becomes like a Pepe
Like,
Sylvia
I can't
thing.
keep
and
up.
you're
I
like,
can't keep up. Carol!
Listen, when I asked you what was the matter, I thought it was just going to be like one thing, like, hey, this is that curtain rod's bothering me. It's crooked, and then I'd fix the curtain rod, and then I don't know, shut up. But this is apparently going to be a whole thing. It's a door I shouldn't have opened.
It's my fault for caring.
It's my fault for asking.
This one here, this one looks really, really good. Great haircut. I love. Hey, ladies, I don't care what you think about Zooey Deschanel. 99.9% of you cannot pull off bangs. Please stop.
That's what Kesha looks like now.
Yeah, seriously. At least when she was getting raped, she had a music career. I'm just saying.
LGBT plus pay gap, trans and non-binary,
trans and non-binary people. One of our references back here is talking about gender pay gap legislation, and that if you want to bring a case, you have to be a man or a woman.
This is exhausting, dude.
Husband left her for sure. That's a single old lady.
You can't. You're not going to be able to get anything done if you want to get everything done.
Every woman on this stage will eventually have one of their 12 cats eat their faces when they die.
Or if you're a non-binary person, you have to then go to that and say you're a man or a woman, which I'd like people to consider could be extremely difficult or extremely demeaning for someone who's in transition, or in particularly for someone who's non-binary.
I don't care.
That's not my problem.
That's not my issue. You know what I hate? I hate going to the DMV, but I have to do it, right? Like, there's a lot of people like this, they think that there should be no struggle in life. Like they really do. They think like there should be no struggle in life. Everything should be easy for everybody at all times. You should never have to make a difficult decision. You should never be put in a position where you feel shame. You should never have to do something that sucks. You know what I hate? I hate here when fucking something happens. Fucking 80% of the time, the women get the kids. Men don't get to keep the kids in divorces. The men have to pay the women off. That sucks, right? Like, that sucks. There's parts of life that are fucking terrible, and they suck. But that doesn't mean that you have to make it easy for everybody. Struggle's a good part of life. It's a part that builds character. It's a part where you go, man, I shouldn't be doing this. If it was just easy to go, I'm a woman now, then you've put no thought in it. You've never thought, wow, I'm a guy. I have a dick. I really have to really think about this. You want an HOV lane for fucking turning into a fucking
life.
Yeah, for life. That's what you want, and that's not realistic. That's not a realistic thing.
It's the only way we fight this is by not having so many losers.
Mm-hmm.
The only people that are attracted.
Well, somebody else had a solution.
The only people that are attracted to this sort of stuff are losers. So
Yeah.
you have to eliminate losers.
Well, we used to eliminate losers, and I don't even mean like I don't mean like kill them, but we did used to eliminate losers, right? We used to do that. Like they used to be like, look, you suck at basketball, you're not going to make it in the sorry, but you're not going to make it in the NBA. You got to do something else, you know. Hey, you suck at being a woman, Phil. I don't think you're going to be a good woman.
You look
Sorry,
like,
Phil.
You just look like John Goodman's Linda Tripp.
Yeah,
You're not
exactly.
Pulling it off, my man.
Don't insult John Goodman's on the trip. It was pretty good.
But like but even like thinking about that, like the Caitlyn Jenner thing, it's how many times have people said Caitlyn Jenner steps out looking ravishing in a blue dress? You're like, come on, man,
You're lying.
You're fucking being nice. I get it, but you're lying to millions of people.
Yeah,
you're lying.
She's killing it.
It's just
Beautiful.
no, but I've seen articles where it's like Caitlyn Jenner steps out looking stunning in a new red dress, and you're like, but not though. You're lying.
Proud and honoured to be moving this motion on behalf of all those women at Labour Women's Conference earlier this year.
That if we don't pull together, if we don't get our shit together.
First off, Mike was saying, you know what? Women don't go there anymore. And I'm like, I have something to show you. Not only is this sassy broad go there, but they're going to offer her a late night show in the UK.
Yeah, by there, I mean wrapped in a burqa, shutting their mouths.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they'd go there.
Boris Johnson is going to win. And we don't want that. Boris Johnson, Donald Trump, these are just some.
You can't run for office there, lady. I don't know if you know.
He's not running for prime minister, so you can
imagine that.
Hey guys, I just got dual citizenship to England. Now I'll be ready for prime minister.
Well, let's be honest with you, triple citizenship. It would be anyway. I just wanted to pull off a coup, first time in history. I'm going to be the first former U.S. president and British prime minister. Thank you. I don't think you're going to do that. Watch me. They said I couldn't be president. You're like, well, he's got a point there.
Well, you know what?
Of the bad, racist men who are combining. And we are good people who need to associate. This cannot be a normal conference today.
No, it can't.
This is a
Nothing
cool.
about this is normal.
Obviously not.
Not even your PlayStation 1 hair.
Yeah, come on. It's not. She really is Tekken hair. It really is.
Tekken hair.
Fucking Virtua Fighter hair over
She
here.
looks like the dude with the sword.
Mhm.
Whoever that guy was.
You're right. It is one of those when they hadn't figured out hair, so it was all clumped together like it wasn't individual strands.
PlayStation 1 hair.
Yeah.
That's what she's got.
Call to action. This is a call to action conference.
Okay.
Be under no illusion. Our democracy is under threat. The Supreme Court is making a judgment on that right now. Our democracy is under threat.
In what way?
Oh my God! Thank you, British Robin Quavers.
The only thing that is under threat is the fact that a bunch of citizens voted to leave the EU, and you guys are sitting on your fucking hands and not doing it. That's democracy under. If you ask again, look, not my country. I fucking get it. But if you ask me, like, can you imagine if we voted for something here, and everybody voted and everybody agreed, and everyone's like, "All right, we're gonna do this," and then they just don't? Do you understand? If they just didn't, and they were like,
"No, we're just not.
Nah.
Just not gonna."
And a lot of people are pushing for another vote too. They're like, "Nah, that one didn't count."
We're gonna do a do-over, third do-over.
Yeah,
We did it,
that one didn't
right?
count.
We're gonna keep doing it until you vote against it.
Yeah, it's
Mal in the chat wrote the singer who sang Electric Avenue is trans. No, that's not Eddie Grant. That's not.
We're gonna rock down to.
Well, it was Eddie Grant. Was the first thing I think of. Dun, 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 dun.